Love 15.
And interesting there that Martina on the second serve electing to stay back. Maybe just trying to play a few shots and get rid of the nerves. Try and find her timing.
15 all.
After playing in so many finals, Sue, would she still be nervous?
Oh, I think you always are. I think it's time to stop when you don't get nervous. And I think this match means so much to both girls. There's a lot riding on the result of this match.
(15-13).
Well, maybe the tactic of Chris Evert to put Martina into bat, so to speak, is going to pay dividends. A double fault.
First service. (30 all).
And that's the serve that's going to win Martina a lot of points. That left-handed serve wide to Chris's backhand. Very effective in the left court.
(40-30).
And an ace for the game.
1 game to love. (15 love).
I don't think Martina would be too happy about not getting that second serve if Chris is back into play.
No, I think it's obvious what she's going to try and do there. And John must be very nervous watching Chris play.
30 love.
Although he would have watched her play Martina in many finals through the last few years.
(30-15).
Well, both girls having a double fault in their opening service game, so perhaps those nerves you spoke of, Sue.
Yes.
Spot on. My guest up there, the coach of Martina, his wife Barbara, and Martina's friend Judy Nelson. In.
Well, a very high quality point this. This was a great overhead from Chris. Martina did well to control it. And Chris unusually missing the double-handed backhand there.
(40-30).
And that double-hander of Chris is her best shot. She'll be looking to that shot to winning her many points this afternoon.
Use.
And so a forehand and backhand error by Chris in this game. And so the first break point of the match going to Martina in the second game on Chris's service.
That was a great pick-up there from Martina.
Deuce.
And Martina just rushing that return a bit. But both girls hit the ball so hard, and I think a lot has to do with the fact that they practice with the men. Martina was practicing with her coach Mike Estep this morning,
Advantage Evert Lloyd.
as she does most days. And Chris was practicing with her husband John.
Game point to Chris after being down at break point.
Game Evert Lloyd. 1 game all.
Well, a fairly lengthy game from Chris, but she's held serve in the first 2 games, taking just on 8.5 minutes, so it could be a long match. When the girls met at Wimbledon this year, it did go to 3 sets. Chris won the first set 4-6, and Martina the next 2, 6-3, 6-2.
Love.
And although the court at Wimbledon being grass is fast, I think the court here at Kooyong is maybe a little quicker, but then bounces up better. At Wimbledon, the ball tends to die, keep very low.
30 love.
Yes, the courts are laid on this Merry Creek black soil, and when that's rolled, it gets very hard and gives a lot of bounce. They make cricket pitches from the same soil.
Thirty 15.
Well, that was Chris's two-hander at its best. Hard return, very low at Martina's feet.
Well, that one really stood up on Evert Lloyd's forehand, and it got the crunch.
Chris taking that ball well out in front of the body.
And now Chris has the chance for a break.
Deuce.
And that was a strong volley from Martina. There's Mike, Martina's coach again.
Here's from Martina's backhand volley, one of her best shots, and certainly had plenty of muscle behind that. Chris actually did well to get a racket to it.
Advantage Navratilova. Game Navratilova. Navratilova leads 2 games to 1. Love 15.
Well, you can't afford to give Martina too many free points. Both girls a couple of doubles.
First service. Love 30.
Well, Chris making the trip to the net and making an error.
Yes, Chris said that she was going to try and attack on the short balls. See, this approach was good just inside the baseline, but she'll be very disappointed with that volley.
Love 40.
So 3 break points to Martina in this 4th game. Evert Lloyd starting on the wrong foot with a double fault. And then a missed volley. Great chance for Martina.
Cain Navratilova. Navratilova leads 3 games to 1.
And the first break coming to Martina in the 4th game.
Unusual there for Chris to miss 2 lobs. And at love 30, she put up a short lob for Martina to kill the smash. And then that one not good enough. And that's one of Chris's best shots normally.
3-1.
Love. Love.
Tremendous rivalry between these girls, but they are good friends off the court as well.
Brian Tobin, the LTAA president, on the right.
Love.
This is just the sort of game Martina wanted to follow up that break of serve with. Chris hasn't been able to put her under any pressure in this game so far.
And a love game.
Navratilova leads 4 games to 1.
Chris Evert Lloyd, well down the list of Grand Slam titles with, can I say, only 20?
Love 15.
Martina has 35 against her name, and that places her in 3rd place behind Margaret Court and Billie Jean King.
All.
But probably in that Grand Slam list, Peter, most of Chris's wins have been singles. Talk about
yes,
great champions. Right.
And Rocket Rod and his wife Mary.
30-15.
Rod won the Australian title 3 times and the Grand Slam twice, once as an amateur and once as a professional. Looked almost long, that ball with Martina's.
30 all.
Yes, Chris having a long look at the line. As we see that last point again. Very close. But Chris doesn't question many calls, so getting on with the game.
She's again missed with the lob.
40.
Well, throughout this tournament, she's used that shot so well, but having a lot of trouble with it today. And so now Martina, another break point.
And Chris has been down break points on all her service games.
Deuce.
Well, that was a short second serve from Chris. It is one of the weaknesses in her game, the second serve. But has improved the first serve tremendously over the last 2 or 3 years. And she knows she's got to get a lot of those in today.
First service.
If she drops serve here, she's just about out of the first set, though.
Advantage Navratilova. Cain, Navratilova.
He jumped on that.
Navratilova leads 5 games to 1.
Well, again, we see that short second serve being punished.
And so Martina to serve for the first set. And a 6-1 scoreline, I think, would surprise just about everybody here, including us.
Love 15. All.
But we always see great matches between these two. They complement one another. Their games very different, and also their personalities. Well, that might be the bit of luck that Chris needs.
Yes, things haven't been going her way, have they,
no,
sir?
She needs to get her confidence back. Being 2 breaks down to Martina, it's a pretty hopeless cause.
(15-40).
But not if Martina's going to make mistakes like that.
Well, Evert Lloyd did have a chance in the third game on Martina's serve when Martina was down 30-40. Chris couldn't capitalise then, but she's got 2 further chances here. That's one of them back.
Love 15.
And again, Martina working her way into the net. It's the way she likes to play.
Love 30.
Well, Chris missing that backhand by quite a margin there. It is her best shot, and I think that's what's been letting her down a bit today. She relies on that shot for so many points. But that one was well wide.
Goodness me. She's making a few errors today, surprisingly. 3-set points to Martina.
Yes, I don't think I've ever seen Chris make so many errors, and by such a long way.
And another one for the set.
First set, Navratilova. 6 games to 2.
First set taking 28 minutes, and in 2 of the games in that set, Chris was broken to love, the 4th and there. And in the 5th, Martina served it to love. So in 3 of the games in that set, Chris failed to win a point. That's more like it.
Love 15.
Yes, Chris has been making a lot of errors today, and normally if she does miss, it's only by an inch or 2, but see that one, perfect placement. And she's got to find a way to break Martina's rhythm, because Martina's totally dominating this final so far.
Love 30.
Well, it would be a great start for Chris if she could break the serve of Martina in the first game.
Love 40.
On 2 doubles.
And the serve of Martina is she has a tremendous service action, and normally is very reliable. So she won't be too happy with the 2 double faults.
15. 4.
But that is the wide serve we were talking about. And when you play with 2 hands on the racket and that backhand side, it's very difficult to run that one down.
Got that one away.
13. 40.
Here we see what a great athlete Martina is. Jumps up well for that smash, and tremendous power. She does a lot of training, of course, and a lot of weights, and I think that's really helped her her power game.
Still down at break point. First game, second set. And her best shot, the backhand volley, winning at that point. She really jumped into that. Martina playing with a lot more confidence than Chris at the moment, Sue.
Yes.
Advantage, Evert Lloyd.
Well, 3 doubles in a game. Most un-Martina-like.
And I think Chris just can't handle the pace of Martina's shots at the moment. on the defensive in every rally.
Advantage, Navratilova.
A seagull going overhead.
Game, Navratilova. 1 game for love. New ball, please. Love 15.
Nothing going right for Chris at the moment, and she's got to really fight her way into this match, but that's what she's famous for. She's a great fighter.
Love 30.
Well, she's being outgunned at the moment.
That lovely two-hander of Chris, lovely shot, but that passing shot a little too high, gave Martina an easy volley.
Well, the pattern continues, doesn't it? Longest point of the match. 3 break points again to Martina. Chris down break points in every service game so far.
Well, Chris was lost that long rally when they stayed at the back of the court, so that time electing to come into the net to put some pressure on Martina, and it paid off, but still got a long way to go in this game if she's going to win it.
That long rally reminded me of the French Open final this year, which was probably one of their more memorable meetings in recent times. It was won by Chris in 3 sets. 6-3, 6-7, 7-5.
Deuce.
Well, a good comeback by Chris. She was down love 40 in this game.
Correction, the ball was good. Player led, please.
Quick overrule by Cain.
Deuce.
Yes, and both girls agreed with the overrule there. You could see it hit the line.
Advantage, Navratilova.
And Chris just not able to do enough on the first serve, hitting a lot of them into the net. Gives Martina the chance to attack, so she's got break point again.
Deuce.
Well, that's the first serve that Chris really wants to do more of in this match. It's the first time she's really got a cheap point from Martina on it.
And two girls in Australian Opens before have met twice with one win apiece. First occasion was in 1981. Martina won that in 3 sets. Got it in the groove at last.
Advantage, Evert Lloyd.
Yeah, and it's great to see these passing shots of Chris. See, on the back foot, but still played the winning shot.
Yes.
Deuce.
Well, again, Chris forced way behind the baseline to play that shot. Martina really is playing very well today.
Two girls then met in the Australian Open in 1982, and the result was reversed then with Chris Evert Lloyd winning 6-3, 2-6, 6-3.
Advantage, Evert Lloyd.
And that was a smart play by Chris, playing that lower, sort of lesser paced shot, the lob to the baseline, just to break up Martina's rhythm, because she's enjoying the way Chris is hitting the ball at the moment. So she's just trying to break up her timing.
Cain, deuce.
Deuce. And Chris just missing the lines with a lot of her shots. Two lengthy games to open the second set. Only one's been completed and the set in progress over 13 minutes.
Advantage, Evert Lloyd.
So both girls with game points in these two games too.
Deuce.
Well, nothing going right for Chris, but you never see any emotion on her face. Very cool and calm, whereas Martina likes to chat a lot.
That first service really let her down, hasn't it?
Great point there from Chris, and she needs a few more of these. See here, this lob volley, a very tough shot to play, but she played it perfectly and won the point with it.
And she's got game point again. Remember, in this game initially she was down love 40.
Cain, Evert Lloyd.
What a struggle.
One game all.
So both girls, Sue, saving 4 break points apiece in their opening service games.
Yes, and how vital those games were as well. Neither girl could afford to lose their opening serve.
Least of all Chris. Serve catching the chalk and presenting Martina with the easiest of putaways. And that's only the second ace of the match, both of them served by Martina.
40 love.
And Martina's so quick into the net behind the serve there. Not giving Chris a chance. Well, that's a better return from Chris, but she's got to come up with a lot more. Chris just finding the pace of this quarter a little too quick for her.
Well, Martina picked the right way, but she couldn't control the shot.
Well, here is that great two-hander. It was a good serve from Martina, but Chris in good position.
Well, she led 40 love in this game.
Advantage Navratilova.
Previous service game, Martina came back from love 40. Too good.
Game Navratilova. Navratilova leads 2 games to 1, second set. $15 love.
Martina doesn't like the call, but it's not going to be changed. Martina, of course, shows a lot more emotion on court, whereas very difficult to get any response out of Chris. Very businesslike about her tennis. And I think she doesn't enjoy any distractions because she feels that it affects her game.
All.
By contrast, of course, Martina enjoys to get involved, shows a lot more emotion, and she finds that that helps her game, helps her to get fired up and play a lot better. Well, Martina full of confidence now as we see her attempt the most difficult shot in the game and played it with great touch.
Hits a winner from it.
Chris having to come up with a great shot here. Another second serve and Martina into the net. A good passing shot, but I don't think I've ever seen Chris miss as many first serves as she has in this match.
She hasn't hit too many passing shot winners either today, has she?
She hasn't been allowed to.
There's one.
40-30.
Not as fluid a service action as Martina, But great footwork by Chris, always in position to play the shot.
And the pattern has been for Navratilova to attack Evert Lloyd's second serve. Couldn't control the shot that time.
Evert Lloyd, 2 games all.
And the interesting part about that game is it was the first time in the match that Chris hadn't been down a break point on the service. So 4 games played in the second set, all going with the server.
Love 15.
And Chris definitely returning a lot better. It's Bob Brett, who is coach of John Lloyd, who is also helping Chris out this week. He was out on the practice court with them this morning. And Martina being made to hit a couple of tough volleys in this game. So maybe Chris finding her timing at last.
Well, the Virginia Slims final played best of 5 sets. I wonder if she'd like this one to be best of 5 now. Probably would, I guess, with the score being what it is. Oh, that's a great volley, isn't it? She liked it. Cramp for room and still hits it for a winner. Probably Martina's most devastating win over Chris was in the Virginia Slims final last year when she won that best of 5 set match 6-3, 7-5, 6-1. Well, Martina down a break point. Nothing new, certainly, but she hasn't dropped service yet. Did say 4 break points in the opening game of the set and was taken to deuce in the third.
Well, Chris did everything right here. It was a good return, but Martina coming up with 2 great volleys there to save break point.
Passing shot's equal to the occasion, though.
Well, this is the best that Chris has returned. So he's setting up that pass. She's got to take one of these chances.
Which she does. She's broken serve for the first time in the match and leads 3-2.
Well, this is a must game for Chris. Needs to get a lead on Martina to stop her coming up with the great shots that we've seen in the first set.
15 all. Ah! 30-15.
Oh, Martina not happy there. She wanted to get that return of serve in. Got to make Chris earn the points.
Oh, yes. No, excellent play by Evert Lloyd. She looked out at that point, Sue, didn't she, early?
Yes, that's a great shot from Martina, and Chris has missed a lot of lobs in the match, but playing that one perfectly. And you see she hits the ball very flat and very hard and forces the error from Martina finally.
Game, Evert Lloyd.
That's a best service game.
Evert Lloyd leads 4 games to 2.
And getting the crowd on her side, certainly.
Please, ladies and gentlemen, be quiet.
Chris's last win over Martina on grass was in the final of the Australian Open in '82. They've met 11 times on grass, and Martina has a 6-5 advantage. She ran too far.
15 love.
The crowd and both girls liking the point. Martina likes it better because she wins it.
And again, that serve landing on the chalk just affected the bounce, and Chris wasn't able to control it. But see in this game how well the girls get on with each other. Tremendous respect as well. And now we're seeing Chris at her best. That shot really paying off for her now. See here, it's a shorter volley from Martina.
40-30.
Well, Chris's best shot followed up by Martina's best shot, the serve. Tremendous pace behind that first serve, and she needed it.
Yes, the match seems to have moved up a gear or two, doesn't it?
Mm.
First service.
Oh, on the line. And she needed a shovel to dig it out.
Yeah, that didn't bounce too well for her, but she did so well to control it.
Advantage, Navratilova.
Oh, great play from Martina to give her the game.
Evert Lloyd leads 4 games to 3. Love 15.
Crowd
The
didn't
ball
like the
was
call.
out.
Well, Martina doing her best to try and break the serve here. Coming into the net, it was a great approach, but what a great ground shots there from Chris.
And Evert Lloyd certainly picking up her play in the second set. And a chance to take the match into 3 sets if you can hold here.
First service. All.
Well, this time it's Chris's turn to attack, and she wins the point. Vital point too at 30 all.
And this time Evert Lloyd in command of the net.
Evert Lloyd leads 5 games to 3. Ladies and gentlemen, please try to be quiet during the rallies.
Which is perhaps a little hard because some of the points are so good. Are we going to see 3 sets?
Well, I think so. I mean, I'd have to say so. I've tipped Chris to win the match. So I'd have to think it would be 3.
Love 15.
Well, you were right when she said she would fight back. I must admit, when Martina took the first set 6-2, I thought Chris was, well, she was out of it then, Sue, unless she lifted a game.
Yes, but that is what Chris is so famous for fighting back, and you can see that she's now really got Martina worried. Martina getting distracted from things off the court.
And so Chris Evert Lloyd 2 points effectively from the set. Will be quite some turnaround. And that brings up set point. In fact, 3 of them.
And there again, the great return of Chris, really paying off for her now.
15-40.
Martina retrieves one with an excellent first serve. And the forehand error from Evert Lloyd still leaves 1 set point. She's very cool in a crisis, isn't she, Martina? On net cord, giving Chris another set point.
Well, it was a super return. Martina did well to pick it up, but Chris doesn't miss many of them.
Would have been a winner anyway, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Deuce.
But both girls are great champions, and they know what the big points are and how to win them, and we're seeing it in this game.
That'll be out.
Advantage Navratilova.
Well, neither girl wants to lose this game. See here, Martina played it very well, but Chris, again, so dangerous when she gets that two-hander.
Advantage Navratilova.
So game point again to Martina after she saved 4 set points. Oh, excellent serve for the game.
Evert Lloyd leads 5 games to 4.
Oh, gee, what a brave point there, played by Chris. Vital point. Great drive volley there, and the easy put away. Great racket work from Chris.
Out.
15 all.
Oh, that looked, it was going to be a good ball. I don't know whether it was the wind or whatever, and it just veered off at the last moment.
Well, Martina knows that that's a chance missed. It was a shot that she would have expected to make.
So 2 further set points to Chris Evert Lloyd, making a total of 6 that she's had. Probably be getting just a little bit worried now. Still set point though. As I said, probably getting just a little bit worried.
5, please. Advantage, Navratilova.
Well, I said in the break, Sue, that Martina would consider herself a chance to break back, and she's got that opportunity now.
Yes, and Chris just wasting a couple of those set points there, not getting the first serve in, and then that double fault. And again missing with the first serve, so in trouble now. Well, what a way to save break point here. That great lob, and then a very brave shot to try that drop volley.
So back to deuce, a titanic struggle in this 10th game.
Advantage, Evert Lloyd.
That makes 7 set points that she's had. 3 in this game and 4 in the 9th. Too good.
Deuce.
And great points here from both girls. Martina really hitting that approach shot, setting up the put-away volley.
First service.
Well, talk about attacking the serve. No better example than that one.
She was just about at the service line when she took that, wasn't she? Second breakback point to Martina in this game. Chris Evert Lloyd has had 3 set points.
Well, that time Martina not doing enough on the return and setting up that for Chris. But, very great brave play from both girls here in this game.
Advantage, Evert Lloyd.
4th set point. Fourth this game, that is. got it. It's in. It's a set all.
Game and second set, Evert Lloyd. 6 games to 4. 1 set all.
Second set going 53 minutes. The first went 28. Third meeting of these girls in an Australian Open final, and each one now has gone to 3 sets.
I think those last 2 games probably took most of the time. You see here the improved confidence of Chris, again hitting the winning passing shot.
All. $30-15. $40-15. Game Navratilova. 1 game to love, final set.
And of course, this singles match, the singles final of the Australian Open, will of course decide number 1.
Well, Chris has really played herself into this final now and hitting her ground shots much better, moving Martina around the court a lot more than she was in the first set.
Love.
One thing she hasn't had yet is a love game on service. The first 5 times she served in the match, she was down at least 1 break point. And on 3 occasions, love 40.
40-15. Game Evert Lloyd. New balls, please. 1 game all.
So a good game for Chris to win. Both girls only dropping 1 point on their serves to open the final set. And I think it's going to be important how well both girls serve. Martina served well throughout the match, but Chris has definitely picked up on her first serve in the last few games. Martina showing Chris the new balls.
1 all in the third.
Love.
Third set is an advantage set. Chris not able to control the return, and an easy volley for Martina.
(30-15).
Well, Martina following up that double fault with an excellent first serve, electing most times to serve to the forehand of Chris in that court. A little bit afraid of that two-hander. Well, it was a tough shot for her to try. The wind has definitely got up in the last half hour. So the ball will be moving around a lot in the air.
Yes, the wind behind Martina as she serves. Well, theoretically it should be, but in this horseshoe-like stadium, it of course does swirl around a lot.
Cain, Navratilova. Navratilova leads 2 games to 1 in the final set. Love 15.
And good attacking play from Martina again. That's what she's got to do to win this match, because Chris is hitting her ground shots a lot better, so she won't win it by staying back.
All.
Well, Martina thought it was a double fault. It was very close to the line. But Chris ready to play the next point.
Let's take a look at it. Well, certainly very close anyway.
(15-30).
So Evert Lloyd under a little bit of pressure now in this 4th game of the 3rd. Acknowledgement from Chris as she gets past, and 2 break points. The first of this set going to Martina.
Cain, Navratilova. Navratilova leads 3 games to 1.
And Martina getting on top early in this final set now.
Love 15.
Well, Chris has got to try and break back straight away in this game. Otherwise, Martina will have a lead of 4-1. It's going to be tough to come back from there. So Martina's going to want to come up with some good serving in this game.
Love 30.
She's won the first 2 points on Martina's serve. Only broken twice for the match.
(15-30).
Excellent serve.
30 all.
Martina always seemingly able to come up with a big serve when she needs it.
Well, Chris not able to get that return low enough. See, Martina had quite a high volley there to put away. There's a big point to win.
Game
No, the linesman changed the mind. She called it good.
Navratilova leads 4 games to 1. The ball was long.
Central umpire Jan Cain overrules though, and it's 4-1 in the third.
The linesman called the ball long.
And Chris Evert Lloyd finds herself down 1-4.
15 love.
Well, after the semi-final match, when Chris had a doubtful call against Claudia Koda-Kill, she said it will even out, and I think it did in that last game. But a very unfortunate time for it to happen.
It always seems to be at an unfortunate time, doesn't it?
Yes, then you never want them at any stage of the match.
30 love. First service.
And Chris Evert Lloyd must hold service here to stay in the match.
Game.
And she's done that.
Navratilova leads 4 games to 2.
But still down a vital break.
Well, Chris knows she's got a break serve pretty soon, and it's a great way to start. Another winning return. He puts the pressure on Martina to come up with the big serves.
15 all.
Which she does. Not many opportunities left for Chris.
Fifteen 30.
Oh, what a shot.
30 all.
What a time to come up with a shot like that. Would have given Evert Lloyd 2 break points, and I thought she had them there. Great lunge volley, wasn't it, Sue?
Yeah, I think that could be a match-winning shot for Martina. See, tremendous athletic ability in controlling that volley.
And she liked it too. Excellent tennis by Navratilova on the last 2 points. Chris hasn't played them badly. Takes a look at the threatening weather. Martina 2 points from the title.
Tremendous tennis from Martina, coming up with that winning pass. Top spin forehand.
Oh, goodness me. Net cord and 3 match points to Martina Navratilova.
5, please. Thank you.
Martina's down. She's won it though.
Cain.
And Martina wins the Australian Open singles title for 1985, defeating her long-time rival Chris Evert in 3 sets. Barbara Estep and Judy Nelson embracing in the crowd, and Martina certainly looks as happy as both of them.
Thank you.